MFA updates
Welcome to MFA Update with me, Panik Nisha Grairuk. Today, we welcome again Kun Prinat Apirat, the Deputy Director General, Department of International Economic Affairs, discussing on the BCG in APEC 2022.
Good morning, Kun Prinat. สวัสดีค่ะ
Good morning.
Glad to talk to you again.
Thank you for having me back. We have this opportunity to continue our conversation during Thailand's host year for APEC in 2022.
Talk about the BCG or the Biocircular Green Economy. Thailand has announced that the Biocircular Green Economy or the BCG economy model is the overarching thinking of the theme and priorities of APEC 2022. So, can you please share with us why Thailand, as the host of APEC this year, has chosen to introduce the BCG concept in APEC and what are the expected outcomes?
Okay, for over 2 years now, the world has been grappling with COVID-19. In addition to the social economic impact felt across the Asia-Pacific region and beyond, the pandemic has also exposed inequalities and imbalances, including the way we live, the way we do business, and imbalances as well between people and nature. To address these issues in a holistic manner, Thailand has adopted the BCG economy model or the Biocircular Green Economy model as part of Thailand's national strategy in our post-COVID-19 recovery strategy. The core concept of the BCG economy is to promote balanced and sustainable growth, shifting from profit maximization at all costs to a more sustainable and inclusive business model. It is a holistic economic development model that integrates the bioeconomy, circular economy, and green economy. B is for bioeconomy, which involves the production of renewable biological resources and bio-based materials and converting them into value-added products using technology and innovation. C is for circular economy, which aims at circulating resources and eliminating waste. It is a regenerative production consumption system whereby existing materials are recirculated to eliminate waste and produce less greenhouse gas emissions. The G is for green economy, which leverages ecosystem processes to benefit human beings in an equitable manner without jeopardizing the sustainability of the ecosystem. It seeks to keep the economy, society, and environment in balance, leading to sustainable development. By combining these three concepts, the BCG economy offers an alternative to the way we do business that doesn't focus only on profit generation, but also takes into account social and environmental considerations. Now, some of the examples of what we can achieve through the BCG economy include promoting sustainable agriculture and food systems, more sustainable use of resources, pushing for the transition to sustainable production and consumption, strengthening green financing, reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, reduction of waste, and conservation and the rehabilitation of the environment and the ecological system and biodiversity. So with this in mind, we have therefore chosen the BCG economy model as the overarching thinking behind the theme and priorities of APEC 2022 Thailand. With the theme, open, connect, balance, Thailand host year will focus on charting a post-COVID-19 future for the Asia-Pacific region that is resilient, inclusive, balanced, and sustainable. APEC is an important incubator of ideas, and we would like to take this opportunity to talk about how we can rethink the way we live and conduct business to ensure a more resilient, balanced, and sustainable post-COVID-19 future for both our people and the planet. And as there's a need for us to shift from profit maximization to quality growth, where our ecosystem is regenerated and at balance. And we believe that to create such a paradigm shift, we can draw on economic models like the bio, circular green, or the BCG economy. And Thailand is ready to work with all APEC member economies to draw on the underlying principles of the BCG economy model to achieve a more balanced and sustainable growth trajectory that advances our economic, environmental, and social goals at the same time.
Thank you. And does the BCG economy model align with other initiatives and existing work streams in APEC? How can other member economies support Thailand in driving the concept of the BCG model in APEC?
Okay, well, the BCG economy is actually not a new concept, and it is actually a synthesis of three concepts of the bioeconomy, the circular economy, and the green economy. And it's certainly not a new concept as well for APEC member economies. Many member economies are already implementing its core components in varying degrees and forms. For example, Japan, they have formulated and continue to update their green growth strategy through achieving carbon neutrality in 2050. Canada is working towards achieving a circular economy, and Singapore's green plan is their environmental blueprint. So, and the BCG economy concept, it also corresponds to APEC's Putrajaya Vision 2040 and the Aotearoa Plan of Action, particularly in fostering quality growth for all, in addressing environmental challenges, including climate change, and promoting responsible business conduct. So Thailand will encourage member economies to help advance the BCG concept in APEC by raising awareness and understanding of these practices. The core idea of the model, which integrates a whole of society and whole of system approach, will be emphasized. We plan to host a series of seminars during the senior officials meeting to enhance better understanding of the BCG concept, as well as a series of engagements with relevant stakeholders throughout the year to facilitate an exchange of experiences, best practices, and concrete examples from champion economies. We will have our first senior officials meeting, or what we call SUM1, in February, and we are planning to have a policy dialogue on the BCG as well. So we're starting this process that I mentioned earlier, and so Thailand, we also plan on building on relevant and ongoing APEC work streams to promote a sustainable growth trajectory in line with the BCG economy concept. Issues include structural reform, gender equality and women economic empowerment, new ways of doing business for MSMEs and startups, engaging with youth, renewable energy transition, sustainable waste management, forestry, oceans and marine environment, food security, environmental, social, and governance or ESG, and sustainable financing. These are just some examples of some of the ongoing APEC work streams that I just wanted to mention. And our work certainly, it's not limited to these issues that I have just mentioned as examples for you.
What's the key deliverable in relation to the BCG in APEC 2022? What do Thai people stand to benefit from driving this issue in APEC? Because this is very important to talk about the benefit for Thai people.
Certainly. As the host of APEC 2022, Thailand will work towards a standalone leaders document that collates existing relevant APEC commitments and work streams together in a comprehensive and encompassing setting to help drive and accelerate APEC's actions towards balanced, inclusive, and sustainable growth. The document will consist of 5 goals, including net zero emissions, sustainable trade and investment, sustainable management of resources, preservation and conservation of the environment and biodiversity, and zero waste. By bringing the BCG model into discussion in various APEC fora, this will be a good opportunity for Thailand to exchange ideas and learn from the best practices of other member economies. This will give us a chance to discuss how we can implement policy recommendations from APEC and turn them into tangible actions at home. Oftentimes, at meetings, I think we often feel that we do a lot of talking and we don't see a lot of action. And here, the main focus would certainly be on looking at how we can turn the policies that we talk about and into actual concrete examples of how people can benefit from what we are talking about. And there are projects in place that we can work on, and certainly as we exchange views and share ideas, it will then lead to more concrete outcomes as well. This involves a whole society approach. We all have an important role to play, may it be the government in enacting policies, businesses in supporting responsible production, consumption, and even for us as individuals in slowly changing our daily practices in our daily lives, in slowly changing our mindset, how we do things, how we do business, how we live our lives. We all have a part to play in achieving this balance. Making little changes, starting off with little changes of, bringing tumblers when we go get coffee, recycling, conserving energy. Together, we really can make change happen for a better future.
So we can apply the BCG concept in every sector, such as the agricultural sector, or maybe SMEs, MSMEs, just concerned about this and applying for this, right?
Yes, certainly. You're absolutely correct.
Would you like to add more detail about the BCG in APEC or leave your message?
we are certainly very excited for 2022, and through the work that we've done, we found several interesting case studies and examples of how we can apply the BCG model in our everyday lives. And some, I think, many Thais ourselves, we might not be aware of it either. And as you had mentioned earlier, the BCG economy is actually, it encompasses, its scope is very wide. Many of the things that we actually do is already part of this without us even realizing it. And there's a lot more that we can do. There's a lot of potential. This is going to be an interesting learning process and also a journey of discovery. And we would like all of us to invite all of you to join us in our host year as we continue to discuss and share our ideas in this area and discover new possibilities along the way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So hope to see you again.
Yes, certainly, and thank you again for having me back, and certainly look forward to the next time we have our chat. Thank you.
That was คุณปรีนัท อภิรัตน์ the Deputy Director General, Department of International Economic Affairs, discussing the Bio-Circular Green Economy or the BCG economy model. And that's it for MFA Update. And don't forget to follow the YouTube channel MFA Thailand and Facebook page FM88 Radio Thailand English for more updates. I am Kim พนิกนิชาไกรฤกษ์ so see you again until next time. สวัสดีค่ะ.
MFA Updates